I am here. I am present. This moment belongs to me. I breathe in my strength and I exhale doubt. I am safe. I am whole. I am grounded.com. Every breath I take brings me closer to my power. I honor who I am and everything I am becoming. My worth is not defined by anyone else. It is rooted deep within me, unshakable, eternal. I choose to see myself through eyes of compassion. I choose to treat myself as someone who matters. I am not here to shrink. I am here to shine. I have permission to take up space. The world benefits from my presence. The work I do has value. My thoughts are intelligent. My voice is strong. I welcome the unfolding of my purpose. I no longer wait for someone to validate my vision. My vision is real. My goals are worthy. I believe in my ability to create success on my terms. With every step I take, I walk in alignment with who I truly am. I don't chase success, I grow into it. Every challenge I face is shaping my character. I rise, not in spite of difficulty, but because of it. I trust my path, even when I can't see the whole road. I trust myself, even when fear whispers in the background. I release the need to be perfect. I am free to be human. There is strength in my softness. There is wisdom in my stillness. There is fire in my soul, and I honor it all. Today, I choose confidence, not the loud kind, but the deep, calm knowing that I am capable. I am worthy of success, not because of what I do, but because of who I am. I bring value by simply being me. I let go of comparison. I release the urge to measure my worth against someone else's life. I am on my own timeline, and that is enough. I don't rush. I build with intention.com. My work matters. My dreams are valid. My vision is needed. The world is better because I dare to believe in myself. I am proud of how far I've come. Even if no one else sees the progress, I feel it in my bones. I've survived so much, and I've learned even more. Now, I rise. I rise with clarity. I rise with focus. I rise with quiet power. I no longer seek permission to grow. I give that permission to myself every single day. I know what I want, and I know I deserve to go after it. I let go of old doubts. They are not mine anymore. I release the outdated beliefs that kept me small. I replace them with truth. I am enough. I have always been enough, and I am ready to become more. I walk into rooms like I belong because I do. I speak with purpose because my words carry wisdom. I act with courage, even when I feel uncertain. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the choice to keep going. My time is precious. My energy is valuable. My dreams are sacred. I no longer pour into empty cups. I no longer settle for less than I deserve. I surround myself with people and opportunities that reflect my worth. My career is not just a job, it is a calling. I am aligned with work that fulfills me. I attract the right people, the right projects, and the right timing. I don't have to chase, I magnetize. I am a force of quiet power. I don't need to prove myself. I show up and that is enough. I invest in my growth. Every book I read, every risk I take, every skill I sharpen, it all adds up to something unstoppable. I am building a legacy, one decision, one moment, one aligned action at a time. I don't need to rush. I only need to trust. Trust myself. Trust the process. Trust that everything meant for me is already finding its way to me. I am not behind. I am not late. I am exactly where I need to be to become who I was meant to be. Today, I choose to believe in my ability. I choose to act like my dreams matter. I choose to walk forward, even if it's just one step, because one step is all it takes to move momentum. I honor my goals. I protect my time. I respect my own ambition. No one else has to believe in me. I believe in myself, and that belief is enough to move mountains. Even when no one's watching, I show up for myself. Even when it's hard, I don't give up, because I am not fragile. I am fierce in my faith. I am resilient. I am focused. I am ready. I don't have to do it all at once. I only have to keep going, because greatness is not a moment. It is a decision repeated daily, and I choose that decision again and again until it becomes who I am. I am stepping into alignment with who I truly am. Each day I refine my focus and strengthen my purpose. My goals are becoming clearer. My direction is becoming certain. I release the fog of self-doubt. I clear space for clarity to rise. I no longer ask if I'm good enough. I know I am. Now, I ask what's next. What's the next right action? What's the next aligned step? I don't need to see the whole staircase. I just need to move forward with courage and care. My career path is mine to shape. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's. I am designing a life that fits me, and that is more than enough. I am the kind of person who follows through. When I say I'll do something, I do it. I trust myself to meet deadlines, stay focused, and stay inspired, because I've built that trust over time. My self-worth is not tied to productivity, but my success flows more freely when I honor my time and my energy. So I protect my focus. I build boundaries that support my brilliance. I am allowed to say no. No to distractions. No to people who drain me. No to anything that dims my light. And I say yes. Yes to growth. Yes to new opportunities. Yes to becoming the version of me I've always dreamed of. I rise every day with intention. I move with grace and strength. I am not in a race, I am in my rhythm. And my rhythm is powerful. I wake up with purpose. I take action with confidence. I lead with heart. I know that true success begins within. I don't have to be loud to be powerful. I don't have to hustle to be worthy. I don't have to exhaust myself to earn love or respect. I already am worthy. I already am powerful. And I already deserve rest, joy, and fulfillment along the way. I am building a career that reflects my truth. I am choosing integrity over image, substance over noise, mastery over speed. I am growing every day, not just in skill, but in depth. My confidence is not a mask. It is the natural result of self-awareness and self-respect. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I don't chase, I attract. I don't compete, I create. Every time I show up, I add value. Every time I learn, I expand. Every time I try, I grow. I allow success to feel good. I allow abundance to feel natural. I allow my dreams to take up space. I am not afraid of my own power. I don't hide from my potential. I lean in. I rise. I lead. I trust the timing of my life. What's meant for me is already moving toward me. Every delay is a redirection toward something better. Every setback is preparing me for something greater. I am resilient. I am prepared. I am rising into my highest self. I give myself permission to want more peace, more purpose, more prosperity, not out of lack, but out of love, because I love who I am now, and I love who I'm becoming. I no longer play small to make others comfortable. I don't shrink for anyone's approval. I expand because I am here to live fully, to lead boldly, to succeed beautifully. I am not behind. I am blooming in perfect time. I am not too late. I am right on time. Each project I complete is a step toward my vision. Each opportunity I receive is earned by my consistency. Each challenge I face is an invitation to evolve. I honor my craft. I hone my skills. I speak with purpose. I lead with authenticity. I am ready for new levels of success. I am ready for new levels of responsibility. I am ready to hold the success I used to dream of, because I am not who I was. I am not who I used to be. I am wiser, stronger, clearer now, and I am ready to receive. I give myself credit for how far I've come. I celebrate the small wins. I value the quiet victories, because they matter just as much as the big ones. I don't need to prove anything. I simply show up, do the work, and trust the results. My presence is powerful. My consistency is magnetic. I am no longer chasing validation. I validate myself. I am no longer waiting to be chosen. I choose myself. I move with quiet certainty. I build with fierce devotion. And I stay rooted in who I am, no matter what the world demands of me. I am no longer waiting for the perfect moment. This moment is enough. I am enough. And I am already becoming the version of me I used to imagine. I don't need to be more to be worthy. I am already whole, and from this wholeness I create powerful things. I am not here to prove. I am here to express. My work is a reflection of my spirit, my clarity, and my depth. I let it speak for itself. I take myself seriously, not out of ego, but out of self. I respect my ideas, my voice, my space. I respect the time and energy I invest into my craft, and others follow my lead. I am allowed to take up space in the room. I am allowed to bring my full self to the table. I am not too much. I am perfectly made for the mission I've been given. I lead with quiet strength. I speak from my core. I take action from integrity. And I allow my results to unfold in alignment with truth. I don't control everything, and I don't need to. I trust the seeds I've planted. I trust the energy I've poured in. I trust that everything aligned with my highest good is unfolding, even now. I am a leader, not because of a title, but because of how I carry myself. I lead with calm. I lead with care. I lead by being who I say I am. Success is not something I chase. It is something I live. With every choice I make, I am aligning with the future I desire. I don't need to rush. The right results come from right alignment. Every day, I am becoming more skilled, more intentional, more focused. I am not wasting time. I am building wisely. I am not starting over. I am starting stronger. I am not afraid to learn. I grow through every experience. I give myself permission to want more expansion, more clarity, more impact. I no longer dim myself to fit. I rise to be seen. I expand to inspire, and I take up my rightful place in this world. I am not selfish for choosing myself. I am not wrong for wanting success. I am allowed to thrive. I am allowed to flourish. I release the guilt. I release the hesitation. I embrace the version of me that knows what she wants and moves toward it. I am not afraid of being seen. I am not afraid of standing out. I am not afraid to own my excellence. The more I step into my light, the more I give others permission to do the same. I lead by example. I lead with love. I lead with trust. My work has meaning. My efforts create waves of positive impact. I am not just building a career, I am building a life that reflects my deepest values. I don't have to burn out to be successful. I don't have to struggle to be worthy. I allow ease to guide me. I allow alignment to carry me. I don't have to do everything today. I simply do the next right thing, and that is enough. My momentum is sacred. My pace is powerful. I trust the unfolding. When fear arises, I breathe through it. When doubt whispers, I return to truth. I've come this far, and I am just getting started. I honor the process. I honor the pace. I honor the progress, even when it's quiet. I build systems that support my growth. I create habits that nourish my brilliance. I design days that reflect the life I want to live. This is not a rehearsal. This is my real life, and I am choosing to live it with intention, clarity, and purpose. Every morning is a new chance to rise. Every task is a new way to serve. Every choice is a new act of self. I don't shrink when things get hard. I don't fold when I face resistance. I grow. I sharpen. I expand. I know how to hold my ground. I know how to adapt with grace. I know how to keep showing up, even in uncertainty, because I believe in my calling. I believe in my capacity. I believe in the life I'm building, and I believe in myself. I am no longer asking if I'm ready. I am ready because I have decided to be. I've done the work, and now I choose to trust the work. I release the old story that says I must struggle to succeed. I no longer believe that success has to be painful. I welcome success that flows from my truth. I welcome ease that honors my effort. I am here to lead from within. The way I move, the way I speak, the way I hold space, it all reflects the clarity I've built inside me. My presence is magnetic, not because I try to impress, but because I choose to be real. People are drawn to the calm confidence I carry, to the peace in my energy, to the power in my words. I don't have to chase opportunities. I align with them. I don't have to beg for recognition. I recognize myself. The world responds to how I see myself, and I choose to see myself as strong, as capable, as destined for greatness. I take action without apology. I move forward without hesitation. I rise without explanation. My power does not ask permission. My vision does not shrink. I am here to lead, and I do so with grace. I know how to navigate pressure. I stay centered in storms. I stay grounded in change, because I've built inner steadiness, because I've practiced inner peace. I rise above comparison. I rise beyond distraction. I rise past self-doubt because I've outgrown it. I make powerful decisions. I trust my instincts. I honor my vision. I trust the timing of what's unfolding. Every step I take is a signal to the universe. I am ready. Ready for growth. Ready for visibility. Ready for wealth. Ready for deeper fulfillment. I no longer need to explain my path. It is mine, and that is enough. I trust where I'm going, even when others can't see it. My confidence is not loud, it is steady. It lives in the way I walk into a room. It lives in the way I follow through. It lives in the way I keep showing up, no matter what. I embody my worth. I express my value. I live like someone who believes in herself. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm choosing to be real. And that authenticity draws exactly what belongs to me. I don't need every door to open, just the right ones. And I trust that the right doors are already unlocking. I am worthy of being seen. I am worthy of being supported. I am worthy of earning with ease and leading with heart. My goals are sacred. I protect them with intention. I nourish them with aligned action. And I celebrate every inch of progress. I am not the same person I was before. I am wiser now, more grounded, more focused. I have released the patterns that kept me stuck. I have forgiven the moments that slowed me down. Now, I move forward lighter and clearer. I know what I bring to the world, and I no longer question if it's enough. It is. In fact, it's more than enough. I am not here to be chosen. I am already chosen by my purpose. I don't wait to be invited. I build my own space. I carve my own path. And the people who are meant to walk with me, they find me naturally, easily, effortlessly, because I don't force. I attract because I don't chase. I align because I know that when I move in truth, everything I need moves toward me. I rest when I need to. I work when I'm inspired. I listen to my body. I listen to my spirit. Success that ignores my wellness is not true success. I build sustainably. I rise responsibly. I lead with humanity. There is power in the way I honor myself. There is wisdom in the way I lead. There is beauty in the way I carry my ambition. I don't let fear silence me. I don't let rejection define me. I don't let failure stop me. I rise. I adapt. I keep going because I was made for this. Not just to survive, but to lead. Not just to participate, but to shift the room, to raise the bar, to redefine what success looks like. I am not building just for today. I am building for the future, for generations, for legacy, and I build from a foundation of love. I am no longer rushing. I am no longer proving. I am no longer pushing from fear. Now, I move from purpose. I lead from clarity. I create from peace. I don't chase urgency. I choose intention. And in that intention, I unlock extraordinary results. I know what matters to me, and I let that guide everything I do. I define success on my own terms, not by numbers, not by praise, but by how deeply I live in alignment with who I am. I don't pretend to have it all figured out. I simply trust that I'm figuring it out step by step. There is no shame in the process. There is no failure in the pause. There is wisdom in the journey. I give myself space to breathe. I give myself permission to grow. I give myself grace when I need it most. My resilience is not in how little I feel. It's in how I stay open, even in challenge. It's in how I rise, even in doubt. It's in how I choose to continue, even in fear. I am not here to be perfect. I am here to be present, and that is enough. I no longer measure my worth by what I produce. I am valuable because I exist, and everything I create is a reflection of that inner worth. I bring excellence to what I do, not because I have to, but because it's who I am. Excellence is my standard, not perfection. Clarity is my compass, not comparison. I lead myself first, and because I lead myself well, others feel safe to follow. Not through force, but through presence. My work reflects the energy I bring to it. So I pour love into what I build. I pour truth into what I say. I pour strength into how I serve. I am proud of how far I've come. I am proud of how I keep showing up. I am proud of how I continue to grow. The world may not see every step, but I do, and that's enough. I give myself credit. I celebrate the small victories. I honor the quiet wins because they're mine, and I know how much they matter. I've walked through fear before and kept going. I've doubted myself before and chose to believe again. I've been stretched and still stood tall, so I trust that I can keep expanding. I trust that I can keep building. I trust that I can hold more with grace, more responsibility, more visibility, more impact. More abundance. I don't fear success. I welcome it because I've prepared for it, because I've earned it, because I've grown strong enough to hold it. I am not overwhelmed. I am rising to match the life I asked for. I am not underqualified. I am fully equipped. Even when I feel unsure, I remember. Confidence is not a feeling, it is a choice, and I choose to trust myself now. I have everything I need to take the next step, even if I can't see the whole path. I let go of needing certainty. I embrace flow. I trust my instincts. I listen to my intuition, and I move with quiet strength. I do not overcompensate. I do not beg for space. I know I belong here. I am not an imposter. I am a leader. I am not behind. I am aligned. I am not small. I am expansive. The more I honor who I am, the more space I create for others to do the same. My leadership is not about control. It's about influence. Not about ego, but impact. Not about power over, but power with. I bring people with me. I build teams with heart. I collaborate from wholeness, not from need. I am not afraid to delegate. I am not afraid to release control, because I trust the vision and I trust myself. My boundaries protect my brilliance. My rest fuels my resilience. My joy feeds my purpose. I am not meant to sacrifice my peace for progress. I am meant to rise in both. I do not settle. I do not shrink. I do not wait for approval. I give myself permission to shine. I give myself permission to thrive. I give myself permission to succeed wildly, freely, fully. I am not who I used to be, and I am proud of that. I am becoming more of who I truly am. Every day, I return to myself, stronger, softer, wiser. I am no longer afraid of owning my power. I no longer shrink to make others comfortable. I no longer wait to be ready. I step in now, because I am ready, because I've been preparing, because I was made for more visibility, more abundance, more purpose, more alignment. I rise not from pressure, but from clarity. I rise because I know who I am, and I refuse to play small in a life I've prayed for. This is the season where I take full ownership of my voice, of my talent, of my time, of my destiny. I lead with clear standards. I don't settle for chaos. I don't entertain confusion. I choose peace and build from it. My life expands at the rate of and I respect myself deeply. I am no longer available for what drains me. I am no longer accessible to what distracts me. I say no with grace, and I say yes with full conviction. I know what I want, and I am not afraid to claim it, because my desires are divine, because I don't dream by accident, because I don't want for things I'm not meant to have. Everything aligned with my highest truth. It's already on its way to me, and I receive it with calm, not desperation, not fear, but calm. I am a magnet for aligned opportunities, not because I chase them, but because I am them. I've become what I once sought. I've stepped into the version of me I used to envision, and still, I continue to expand, not for validation, but for fulfillment, not for show, but for soul. There is nothing wrong with my ambition. It is not too much. It is not too loud. It is not too bold. It is sacred, and I carry it with love. I am building something that matters, something that lasts, something that reflects my truth. I don't just work to earn. I work to express, to lead, to inspire, to contribute. My success is not accidental. It is not lucky. It is intentional, built from within and backed by trust. I make decisions that align with my highest future, even when they scare me, even when they stretch me, even when they challenge who I used to be, because I am no longer who I used to be. I've evolved, and I honor that evolution. I no longer tolerate confusion as my baseline. I seek clarity. I live in alignment. I act with focus, and every focused step creates ripples. The impact I make is bigger than I realize. The energy I bring shifts more than I see. The way I carry myself is a signal to the world. I know who I am. I no longer second guess myself. I don't need to rehearse my worth. I don't need to convince anyone. I live in a way that proves the point, with grace, with calm, with confidence. I do not hustle to be enough. I work from fullness. I work from vision. I work from alignment. I no longer attach my worth to outcomes. Success is how I show up, not just what I achieve. And I show up with excellence, with intention, with purpose. I no longer need permission to live boldly. I give myself that permission now, to go bigger, to speak clearly, to own my space, to lead unapologetically. I know how to handle success. I know how to stay grounded. I know how to remain soft in the midst of momentum. I've built emotional maturity. I've built spiritual depth. I've built real inner power. So I'm not afraid to expand. I'm not afraid to be seen. I'm not afraid to shine fully, because I know who I am behind the spotlight. And I love that version of me most. She's steady. She's true. She's unshaken. I keep growing, not because I'm behind, but because I'm built to rise. And I honor that call with joy. I am building legacy, not just for wealth, but for impact. Not just for applause, but for alignment. Not just for status, but for soul. I am not in a race. I am in a rhythm, and that rhythm is right on time. The version of me who once hesitated, she is gone. In her place stands a woman of clarity, of vision, of fierce. I am no longer looking outside for approval. I've made peace within, and from that peace, I lead. I've got this. And more than that, I was born for this. I don't just carry ambition, I carry alignment. My path is not driven by fear, it's fueled by vision. I know why I'm here. I know what I bring, and I show up in full ownership of that truth. I don't try to fit into spaces that weren't made for me. I create my own space, and I fill it with integrity, with clarity, with excellence. I am not here to compete. I am here to create. I am not here to perform. I am here to embody. I am becoming more of who I truly am, and every step forward feels more like home. I no longer play small to be liked. I no longer dim myself to blend in. I no longer carry the weight of people's expectations. I rise with freedom. I move with self-trust. I grow with intention. I am not here to impress. I am here to express. I am here to serve with depth. to lead with purpose, to move with quiet power. What I do comes from who I am, and who I am is enough, more than enough. I don't need to push to prove. I don't need to strive to be worthy. I no longer associate value with exhaustion. I choose a path where peace and progress coexist, where joy fuels the journey, where clarity makes the way simple. My intuition is sharp. My vision is clear. My actions are aligned. I am in sync with what matters, and that keeps me rooted. That keeps me rising. The more I trust myself, the more aligned opportunities find me. The more I say yes to what's true, the more doors open that were always meant for me. I no longer entertain distractions disguised as obligations. I release what doesn't serve the future I'm creating, with love, with clarity, with ease. I am not who I was last year, or last month, or even last week, because I grow constantly, because I evolve naturally, because I was never meant to stay the same. I welcome change that honors my values. I welcome growth that deepens my peace. I welcome expansion that supports my well-being. I rise in a way that nourishes me. I lead in a way that reflects me. I create in a way that grounds me. I don't have to chase what's meant for me. I simply show up as who I truly am, and it arrives. My work matters. My voice matters. My presence makes a difference. Even on quiet days, I am shifting something. Even in stillness, I am growing. Even in rest, I am valuable. Success doesn't have to look loud. It can look soft. It can feel calm. It can be rooted in presence. I measure progress by alignment, not pressure. By fulfillment, not comparison. By joy, not noise. I am allowed to redefine what success means to me. I am allowed to take a different route. I am allowed to build a life that fits my soul. I don't owe anyone explanation for why I've changed. My growth speaks for itself, and those who are meant for my future will understand it. I am not afraid to be seen in my power. I am not afraid to take up space in my field. I am not afraid to lead with heart, because I know my power is not a threat, it's a gift, and I use it to uplift, to build, to heal, to inspire. I no longer wait for timing to be perfect. I move now because now is where momentum lives. I trust the timing of my life. I trust the process unfolding. I trust that I am being supported in ways I cannot always see. Every challenge has taught me something I carry with me. Every delay revealed a deeper strength in me. Every past fear gave way to a stronger present version of me. I am proud of my resilience. I am proud of my focus. I am proud of my discipline, even when no one saw it. I continue because I'm committed, not to the old version of success, but to the new version I've defined for myself. This path is mine. This pace is mine. This progress is mine. I no longer force alignment. I allow it. I no longer hustle for validation. I validate myself. I carry a rare energy, grounded, honest, powerful, and it moves things without having to shout. People feel the difference because I embody the difference. I am not becoming someone else. I am simply becoming more of who I already am. And that version of me, they are bold, they are clear, they are unstoppable. I no longer overthink my way out of alignment. I trust myself to act. I trust myself to move. I trust myself to decide. Every time I choose aligned action, I expand my life. Every time I follow through, I build trust in myself. Every time I lead with clarity, the next step becomes obvious. I don't need to predict every detail. I just need to take the next right step. And I can do that calmly, clearly, confidently. I am no longer paralyzed by perfectionism. Progress matters more than polish. Presence matters more than performance. I give myself permission to do it my way, to show up imperfectly, to try, learn, and grow in real time. There is no shame in learning. There is power in evolving. There is beauty in being fully human. I no longer apologize for being in process. I honor where I am because it's exactly where I need to be. I let go of the pressure to be constantly productive. My value is not tied to output. My worth is not based on effort. I am enough, even when I rest. I move from desire, not from desperation. I take action because I want to, not because I have to. I create because it brings me alive, not to prove a point. I am allowed to feel good while I build. I am allowed to enjoy this chapter. I am allowed to expand with ease. Ambition doesn't have to hurt. Success doesn't have to drain me. My dream life doesn't require my burnout. I move differently now. With softness, with discipline, with grace. I've released the idea that struggle is the only way. I've let go of guilt when things flow. I've made peace with the fact that good things can come not because I'm lucky, but because I'm aligned. The more I stay true to myself, the more life meets me with exactly what I need. I am no longer afraid to receive. I am no longer uncomfortable with ease. I am open to being supported. I am open to being helped. I am open to things getting better, because I deserve better, because I've done the work, because I've become the person who can hold it. My life is not on pause. It's unfolding. It's maturing. It's elevating. And I am here for every part of it. I know that not every season is loud. Some seasons are quiet, steady, foundational. And those are the seasons where my deepest growth happens. I don't rush those seasons. I root in them. I ground in them. I let them prepare me for what's next. Because what's next is not small. What's next is not average. What's next is a life aligned with my highest expression. So I meet it as my whole self. I show up integrated. I show up steady. I show up as someone who knows their value, not because of titles, not because of accolades, but because of truth. The truth is, I matter. The truth is, I'm capable. The truth is, I've grown in ways most will never see, and that growth has changed me. That growth has fortified me. That growth has revealed my real strength. I am no longer shaken by small things. I am no longer swayed by noise. I am anchored in my own clarity. I choose my response. I protect my energy. I manage my focus like a leader, because that's who I am. Not just when I succeed, but always. I don't need constant proof to know I'm on the right path. I know by how it feels. I know by how it aligns. I know by how I show up. Success is not some future version of me. It's who I am now. It's how I speak. It's how I act. It's how I carry myself in every moment. And because I am success, I attract success. I multiply it. I sustain it. I don't live in lack. I don't operate from scarcity. I trust that I will always have what I need and more. I live in a flow of ideas. I live in a stream of solutions. I live in the mindset of possibility because I've trained my mind to believe in growth. I've trained my heart to trust the process. I've trained my spirit to rise even when it's hard. And because of that, I'm unstoppable. Not because life is always easy, but because I've become someone who moves with faith. I don't need to push. I don't need to prove. I don't need to please. I just need to be who I really am. And that's enough. That's more than enough. I no longer abandon myself to please others. I stand with myself. I speak for myself. I protect my peace. I honor my boundaries without guilt. I lead my life without apology. I make room for the person I am becoming. I don't outsource my confidence. I don't borrow my worth from outside voices. I own my identity fully. I don't shrink to fit expectations that don't align with my truth. I grow beyond them. I rise above them. I redefine what's possible. I am not here to be chosen. I am here to choose clarity, to choose direction, to choose alignment. I take full responsibility for my life, not from blame, but from power, because I am powerful, because I create, because I influence, because I lead. I no longer wait to feel ready. I act, and readiness meets me there. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move anyway. And I move anyway. I move through resistance. I move through doubt. I move through noise because my clarity is stronger. I don't seek permission to live my truth. I give myself that permission every single day. There is nothing missing in me. There is nothing broken. There is nothing wrong. I am not a problem to fix. I am a possibility unfolding. I meet each day with intention. I rise each morning with purpose. I lead each moment with inner direction. I am no longer distracted by what's irrelevant. I protect my focus like it's sacred, because it is. My attention is valuable. My time is valuable. My energy is valuable. And I invest it with wisdom. I am not interested in the illusion of busyness. I create real progress. I take meaningful steps. I build with intention.com. I don't chase, I attract. I don't force, I allow. I don't rush, I align, because I know who I am, and I trust where I'm going. I hold the vision even when it's not visible yet. I trust the momentum even when it's still quiet. I believe in the future because I'm building it with every action today. My work is rooted in truth. My life is guided by values. My results are the natural outcome of deep alignment. I don't need constant motivation. I have discipline. I don't need constant applause. I have purpose. I don't need to prove anything. I have presence. I am grounded in who I've become. I am proud of how far I've come, and I am excited for what's next. I have already done hard things. I have already overcome obstacles. I have already broken patterns that once held me back. That version of me who doubted, that version who delayed, that version who hid, they've been replaced with someone clear, with someone focused, with someone fearless. I am that someone now, and I show up accordingly. I no longer ignore my intuition. I listen, I trust, I respond. My decisions are rooted in wisdom. My steps are backed by courage. My words reflect integrity. This is how I lead. This is how I live. This is how I rise. I don't chase outcomes, I embody them. I don't pretend to be ready, I decide that I am. Everything I need is already within me. All the clarity, all the strength, all the creativity. I don't need to become someone else. I just need to access more of who I already am. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I no longer look backward for answers. I look forward with focus. I look inward with trust. And I move onward with grace. Success is no longer a fantasy. It's my reality, one choice at a time, one aligned step after the next. I am building a future I'm proud of. I am building a legacy of truth. I am becoming someone who inspires peace and power at the same time. I lead with my whole self. And I am finally free to show up fully. I no longer wait for permission. I am the one who decides. I am the one who moves. I am the one who leads. I carry my mission with humility. I carry my vision with clarity. And I carry myself with unwavering. I no longer second guess my value. I know what I bring. I know what I offer. I know who I am. I don't minimize myself to be accepted. I expand to be authentic. And those meant for me rise to meet me there. I have learned how to hold space for myself in silence, in uncertainty, in success. My presence is enough. My calm is powerful. My leadership speaks in actions, not noise. I walk into rooms without performing. I sit at tables without shrinking. I speak without needing to be the loudest, because I know my worth is rooted. It's not performative. It's not reactive. It's integrated. I've worked for this level of peace. I've worked for this clarity, and I carry it forward with grace. I don't fear growth anymore. I welcome it. I no longer resist change. I create it. I don't ask for the world to see my value. I reflect it to the world. I am no longer focused on being seen. I focus on seeing clearly. And because I see clearly, I move strategically. I choose wisely. I grow sustainably. Success is no longer a someday goal. It's my current identity. I treat my goals with respect. I treat my energy with respect. I treat my time with intention. I no longer rush the process. I know what's meant for me will arrive at the exact right time, because I'm becoming the person who's ready to receive it. My power is consistent. My mindset is strong. My self-concept is stable. I don't crumble under pressure. I refine. I don't retreat from challenge. I adapt. I don't fear failure. I use it. Because everything in my life is feedback, and I grow from it all. I am unshaken by temporary opinions. I am unmoved by distractions. I am untouched by false urgency. I move at the speed of wisdom. I move with rooted discipline. I move from wholeness, not from hunger. I don't chase validation. I generate self-belief, and that belief expands everything I touch. I am building something real, with real focus, with real courage, with real alignment. I'm no longer afraid of being seen in my greatness, because I know I've done the inner work to hold it. I am not a fluke. I am not lucky. I am not temporary. I am meant for this. I am built for this. I am becoming more of this every single day, even when no one's watching, even when progress is slow, even when doubt whispers. I keep going, because this isn't just a moment, it's a movement, and I am the one choosing it. The person I am now would blow away the version I used to be, and the version I'm becoming. They're already in motion, already here, already rising. I choose to live a life that's whole, a life where ambition and peace coexist, where vision and rest both matter, where success includes joy, not just sacrifice. I don't ignore my needs anymore. I don't abandon my inner voice. I don't betray my truth. I walk with all of me, mind, heart, body, and soul. And that's what makes me unstoppable. Because when I am in full alignment, there's nothing I can't do. Nothing I can't build. Nothing I can't overcome. Nothing I can't become. The future is not waiting. It's unfolding now. And I'm ready for it. More than ready. Clear, capable, whole. I close this chapter with gratitude. I carry this energy forward with confidence. And I rise, not just once, but again and again. Because rising is who I am now.